Chiclack.
Chikunk.
Cheers. Oh, hey. This is Jazz.
And this is Craig.
And this doesn't matter.
This is a show where my good buddy Craig and I watch a bunch of movies, and in the process of watching the movies, we figure out what ties them all together. The things that tie them all together are tropes. We have a bunch of beers. We talk about those tropes. We talk about these movies. We get drunk in the process. We're going to have a great time.
Yeah, we're going to break down these movies. These are some nasty ones. We're talking about... People as Food.
Feel it, Craig.
Yeah.
I've heard the title, People as Food.
Yeah.
But just give me a loose definition of what that means.
All right. Big picture, we're talking cannibal movies, yes, but a very specific kind. A sort of black comedy that's sort of a social satire, Jazz.
Got it. So I think if we're going to wrap our heads around it a little bit more, we should cast our mind back.
Yeah, a great way to get our head around it. We got the big picture. Let's drill in.
So, I mean, cannibalism has been a trope of films for a long time. You have films like Soylent Green,
Yeah.
and then you have the exploitation films, a lot of them being Italian, that were straight up cannibal films,
Yeah.
right? Mm-hmm. And then you have the 80s, and that's when sort of black horror comedy comes in, right?
Well, yeah, you get a certain version of the cannibal movie that's really more saying something or cutting down certain popular conceptions, you know.
Right, it's sort of a 80s social satire, black comedy, horror, eating people is funny, and it's also a metaphor for, you know, the socioeconomic problems of our modern world.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pretty obvious.
They're great, you're gonna love them.
Yeah, they're nasty.
Super gross. So, Craig, let's run down the movies that we actually watched for this microgenre.
Let's do them quick. Okay, we started with Motel Hell, 1980.
Okay, and then in 1982 you have Eating Raoul, which doesn't quite perfectly fit into the genre. It's more comedy than horror, but there is some human eating in there, and I think it's important that we...
It fits in here. It does all the other tropes, basically.
We have to acknowledge
Yeah,
it.
okay. Then we have Microwave Massacre, 1983.
Then in 1987 you have Blood Diner.
1989, you have Parents.
And then late entry into the series, 1993, you have Auntie Lee's Meat Pies.
Yeah. A lot of nasty movies.
It's a great bunch of fun. You guys are going to love it.
We watched it. We watched them all.
Listen, Craig.
Yeah.
One of the things we do here on This Doesn't Matter, we have cocktails based on the films we watched.
Yeah, you kind of forced this upon us, and I have to suffer through it. So let's do it.
We're living in a 1980s bougie elitist world. So
there's a class thing going on.
We're gonna start here. We're gonna start with some fucking martini glasses, because what's fancier than that? I have ice in here. You don't have to have ice. You don't have to do this at all. But here we go. So we got some gin, and we'll pour that in. Just try and make it even. Try and make it fair.
Okay.
But we're just gonna finish this bottle regardless.
Okay.
Like, you know, we're a couple of adults.
Oh boy.
It's the fucking 80s. Excess is what it's all about,
yeah,
right?
And that's a little bit of what the films are critiquing here. So.
So then you're gonna take a little, you know, because you're eating humans. You need some blood color, right?
Yeah, blood,
Just
human flesh.
Just a little splash of Campari, just to get the color right?
Yeah.
There you go.
Blood red, like flesh. Yeah.
Right. But you're gonna go with a blood orange sparkling water,
blood,
right?
Yeah.
Because thematically it's
blood. Yeah.
Right.
All right. Okay.
There you go.
Sure. Yeah.
A little for you, a little for me.
Yeah.
You know what? Doesn't look terrible. Finally, Craig.
There's more.
You need a special ingredient. Because all these films, there's a special ingredient, right?
Yeah. The secret, and I know what the secret ingredient is.
It's meat.
It's meat. Maybe human
Well,
meat.
you don't need to know what sort of
That
meat
it's in
is.
a crumpled tin foil.
Well, that's where
makes me think.
it doesn't matter where I sourced it.
I'm semi-certain that it's
But
not human flesh.
You're gonna garnish. You're gonna garnish
with a
some,
little mystery meat.
Just a little dehydrated tongue.
Yeah. All right.
And there you go. So to the People as Food microgenre.
Salute to your health.
And to the wonderful filmmakers that made it possible. Is not terrible.
It's not terrible.
Well, we got to get rid of it. Don't put it down. For cinema, Craig. You gotta take at least a bite of the
mystery meat.
give you the protein you need to finish an episode if this doesn't matter.
We're not supposed to eat human flesh.
What? That's crazy.
You're not even supposed to do it.
You're not supposed to do it.
You naughty little bitch. You naughty.
You're sexy and
You
weird.
bad.
You're
Weird.
sexy
You
and
shouldn't
weird.
do that. What would society think?
I feel so naughty.
What would society even think of you right now?
The judgment.
And be like, you're bad. You shouldn't. You shouldn't do that.
Make me feel bad.
You shouldn't do that.
Make me feel bad. Craig,
Jazz.
let's talk about the tropes of the people as food microgenre.
Yeah.
Let's have one.
Okay, let me serve one up to you, Jazz.
Oh, good. I
Yeah,
like
you like what I'm doing
it.
here? You like what I'm doing
Yeah,
here?
it's on point. I like
This
it.
one's called It's a Living.
Okay, I understand
So-
the words that you said, but make me understand it as a trope.
A big part of this is that people as food is actually part of the commerce of a kind of capitalist society. There's a business angle here.
This is even better than last time.
Hey, I'm glad you like it, Vitamin. Thanks for all the business, too.
I'm determined to make you boys famous. Good health food's hard to find in this dung heap of a city.
By the way, what is the special ingredient in the Tuesday surprise?
Well, if I told you that, it wouldn't be a surprise anymore, would it?
Oh, so
You're gonna see,
it's
like-
working class, kind of.
Well, you might see a farmer, right?
Yeah,
You
okay.
might see a guy who's working a real 50s, go to the office 9 to 5 kind of job.
Right.
You might see some entrepreneurs starting their own business, a little upstart restaurant serving human flesh. There's a work, there's a commerce, there's a capitalist society thing going on here.
They are pulling themselves up by their bootstraps whilst murdering humans to serve them as
Do you get it, Jazz?
food.
Maybe
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
grinder of a capitalist society,
Oh,
the
goodness.
humans are the flesh that feeds other people. Like we're all
the-
feeding off each other. That might be a metaphor.
The elegance of the metaphors in these films. Oh, so subtle.
Subtle. Get it? Skewered. Yeah,
Yeah,
take him
got
down
him.
a peg. Got him.
Boom.
Take that, Reagan. Jazz,
Yeah.
give me a nasty trope.
Okay, so
Yeah,
here's the
nasty
thing.
one.
Here's the thing. In almost all of these movies, somebody's going to be served a dish.
You want to try it? Yeah, sure.
We, as the viewers, know that that dish is
Human.
people.
That's
right?
human flesh. Yeah.
Say, this is fantastic. I've never tasted anything like it.
But the unknowing consumer of that dish is going to be like, oh, this is the best.
Ooh.
They're going to linger on it real hard, and the consumer is going to be like, oh goodness.
What
oh.
is in this?
Nobody makes meat
This
pies
is
like Auntie
good.
Lee. Oh.
Auntie Lee, I swear, you make the best meat pies I've ever tasted.
We know, but they don't know. And isn't that gross?
No,
They're
it's gross that
liking
they're,
it.
and they love it so much,
Gross.
but also kind of hot.
Oh yeah, like nasty. You shouldn't be enjoying
you
that so
shouldn't.
much.
But
You're
you-
not supposed to enjoy
But
it.
you're
but you do.
really liking it.
Really liking it, but you're not supposed to. Wink.
Craig,
Jazz.
let's have another trope of the people as food microgenre.
I got
please.
it. I got it.
Yeah.
It's anthrax related. It's Scanana, yeah, keep it in the family. It's keep it in the family.
Okay, yeah,
you keep
yeah.
it in the family.
Keep it in the
There's
family.
a family-focused element to these movies, right?
Right.
They linger on the family.
Real focus on the family sort of situation. Yeah,
Except
yeah.
that it's more in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre sort of way of presenting you with the family unit, but in perhaps a sort of grotesque sort of flipping it on its head version.
Well, Granny never put any distinctions on any of God's creatures. She always used to say, meat's meat and man's gotta eat. She sure loved that old doggy.
Right, it's the dumbest like metaphorical fucking parody
Yeah.
of like that
You're
80s thing
lampooning
that,
the family.
We had leftovers every day since we moved here. I'd like to know what they were before they were leftovers.
Well, before that, they were leftovers to be.
Eat your dinner, honey. No, thank you.
Your son, the vegetarian.
Oh, the family's important, But maybe they're involved in the business of serving up humans as food.
Uncle Elmer! Uncle Elmer!
Now are my two favorite nephews.
Great, Uncle Elmer. I've been practicing my hypnotism exactly what you said to in your book.
Oh, that's fine, Michael. That's very fine. And what about you, Georgie Porgy?
Look, Uncle Elmer. Yum, yum.
Why, George, you are going to be a great chef one day. Honestly, that looks good enough to eat.
That's what these movies are working in a lot.
Yeah.
That's what they're serving up.
Yeah. That is what they're serving up.
She's not on the menu. When was the last time you listened to that first
Not that
SNFU
long
record?
ago.
It's pretty good.
Craig.
Jazz.
One more trope. Fucking people as food microgenre. Give it to me.
Hey, these movies have taken down the institution of family.
Okay.
They're also going to take down religion. This one's called Skewered Religion.
At last, please someone take down religion.
So they sort of have this religious element where maybe like the people that are serving up humans as food are like really into God.
I'm not trying to play God. I wouldn't even know how to begin. I'm just helping out. There's too many people in the world. Not enough food. Now, this takes care of both problems at the same time.
Right.
Or maybe they worship some kind of ancient, forgotten god. From the days of yore.
Do you remember the story I told you about the ancient Lumerians?
And the god of the Sheetar, boy, that's our favorite story.
There's like a spiritual, religious element to this consumption of human flesh. Have you ever thought about how this all like preys upon other people? That there's an element of exploitation to all these institutions, Jazz? Have you considered that even?
So glad somebody hit me.
Yeah,
with this
thank you, people as food movies.
Thank
for opening my eyes.
Thank you, filmmakers.
Take that, Jerry Falwell. Fuck that guy.
Amen.
Hey, talk about heavy metal prayers, man.
Hey, Jazz.
Yeah.
Give me another trope of this microgenre, but make it nasty.
Listen, we've made it a long way on our fucking people as food journey. We're almost there. Here's one for you, by way of Van Halen.
Thank you.
Everybody wants some. I want some too. See, here's the thing. As we've kind of been alluding to, like, eating people's kind of horny.
So how'd you like that meat?
Pretty tasty.
Or like there's something kind of nasty, naughty, you shouldn't do it about it.
It's naughty and weird.
You know, they say if you eat the heart of a courageous animal, it adds to your own prowess.
Yeah. I can feel that, you know. I can feel it's like becoming at one with my carnival.
There's an undercurrent of fetishy sexuality kind of running under these films.
This microgenre pairs its cannibalism and its like humans serving other people as food thing with like a freaky sex thing. You will find some characters getting busy in some crazy ways in your cannibal movie. Like, it just keeps showing up that like, hey, maybe there's some relation between like eating humans and like having some kanky sex.
Now get out of your clothes and get into the hot tub or get the hell out!
Yeah, here's the thing. 80s were weird and wild, and everybody was exploring, and they're like, well listen, like, maybe this turns
like,
me on. And
or like,
ooh, it's just naughty. It's
and us as a movie, as a people as food movie, we're taboo.
Touch it. Squeeze it. Come on. I'm so horny I can fuck a cow. Buzz. Touch it. Oh, come on, baby.
Like, taboo, shouldn't be doing it. Hey, I'm over here like doing this thing I shouldn't be doing, y'all. Like, this is nasty.
Craig, we have to cut. I'm getting turned on.
Yeah, exactly. Like, maybe you shouldn't even be watching this video.
No, I mean,
for us
no,
even
literally,
getting into
stop
this.
talking. I'm getting horny.
Yeah.
Craig.
Jazz.
Let's do our favorite film of the people as food microgenre.
The waiter is here. He wants our order. What's our number one choice?
In 1, 2, 3,
Motel Hell.
You know what?
Hard to say.
Yeah. You got good taste,
yeah.
Craig. That's why I like
it. It brings together all of it. It's got the critique.
It's got Rory Calhoun.
It's got camp. It's got horror. It's got black comedy.
It's well executed.
But it's a little bit trashy.
Yeah.
It's actually a lot bit trashy. It kind of hits all the points.
And it's well done. So, I mean, we've had our whole meal. We sat down. We ate Motel Hell. It was delicious.
What's
we were
for
like,
dessert?
oh, this is the best meal I've ever had. And they're like, it's people. We're ordering again. We're going to have a second course.
Helping.
Second course.
Okay.
Second favorite, Craig.
I'm going to pick, weirdly, Parents. Maybe the most offbeat one.
You know what? Listen, here's the thing. My feeling, no bad choices. I think all of these movies are pretty fucking good.
Pretty tasty.
I'm going to go with Auntie Lee's Meat Pies.
Kind of the zaniest one.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for a 90s over-the-top.
You like the kind of over-the-top, super absurd, super nasty one. I kind of like the one that's like, it's almost like arty or fartier, you know? But both are hitting the same points. All these movies are nasty, repulsive, offensive. I would say Blood Diner, maybe definitely not for everybody. It's a super nasty movie. But
same with Microwave Massacre. Also,
it's super nasty.
But here's the thing: is if you're a genre fan and a horror fan, like you're gonna like all these. Like they're all worth a watch.
They're certainly like over the top and wild, and it's really weird that this microgenre exists. That a certain group of movies really focused in on the same thing over and over again. It's a weird anomaly. It's worth watching for that.
Yeah, for there to be this many movies like this, and there's also some we missed.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You know, like
this was a thing, and it's really weird, and we kind of forgot about it, but it happened. So it's worth going back, watching these nasty ass movies, just as sort of like a weird movie anomaly. Yeah.
Again, if you're a genre film fan, if you're a horror fan, at very least just watch the trailers. They're on YouTube. Like, you know.
Yeah.
But
you'll get the idea.
If you have interest, go ahead and watch them. You're going to enjoy them. Yeah. Or at very least, you're not going to be mad that you watched them.
You might be mad at us because we recommended them, and then you're like, "This is fucking sick. What were these? What? This is how these guys spend their time. They like this.
But
they like this."
Here's the thing: is if you are mad at us, put that down in the comments and like and subscribe and ding that bell. Whatever.
Ding that bell. Ding that bell. Oh my God, this doesn't matter. Let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
We just did like and subscribe. This doesn't matter. Yeah, this actually doesn't matter.